popular demand. These videos have started again. Last week we did the DAS, so that'll link into this video. We're looking at the Anaconda today. Then further on, next video maybe we'll do a guillotine and then we'll do some combinations. But first, how the Anaconda works. So I got Sam here. So we've all done the DAS, or if you seen the last video, where you lock it up at the ear. DAS is also referred to as the Bravo choke as well, but I call it the DAS just from where I've been training. So now the Anaconda, so DAS is this way. Anaconda is the same thing, but I just link it up at the armpit. Armpit, link up, Anaconda. Okay, now how does this work? Firstly, I want to make sure I get underneath the chin and not across the face. So like what I was explaining in the DAS video, if I dig for a DAS, I'll dig under the armpit. The same thing with Anaconda. I don't dig from here for the DAS. I don't dig from the ear for the Anaconda. I dig right at the chin and start that line through as I dig for it. So don't just go like you're going to shoot in and get an Anaconda when you're across the chin. It's the same with the DAS. If you dig straight under the armpit, and you trace through from the under the armpit, you trace through under the neck. If you go from here, you get across the face. Boom, deep through. Now, if my partner's elbow's hiding, and it's maybe making it a little short, I'll get my hands together, pull, 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 sink it in deep. Then I want to lock it up. Now locking it up, 4 fingers on the bicep is ideal. My other hand, my free hand, I want to shut it off by lifting up. Don't be lazy here. Never have your hand caught underneath here. Always hide it up. Now, a lot of the time you could probably make a tap happen from here. But what they do is we do the gator roll from here to make it super tight. So for the gator roll, you don't want you to roll on your head, so your head doesn't stay on the back. I dive my head under first. So my head goes, then I roll, which I don't feel Sam's weight on my head. I dive under, and I almost cop no weight on my head. Now the secret to having a good Anaconda is keeping their head off the mat. Keep it tight here. Now what I want to do is when I walk my legs, I've backed it off now so I can show you. Walk my legs and my belly creeps underneath Sam's head. It starts to crank and choke. Very easy, and I was even backing off, I barely had a grip. Okay, so once again, from this basic position, we're here, sink through, lock it up, shut it off, head dives, roll through, make sure you're underneath, walk your hips under, see I'm underneath his head, and finish it. And it's a nice choke, it shuts off. It'll probably make one of those ones where you'll go to sleep pretty quick. Not like the DAS where it's sort of sharp on the side of the neck, and a lot of time people just tap from the pain on the side of their neck. So there's a couple of our students here that at Limitless where they have really short arms, and if they say, well, if I can't get that because I'm wrestling someone who's bigger and I can't get my arm through, there's a nice little one just to throw in this video, is the 10-finger guillotine. Just real quick, my hands are like this. This is the hand that's on the chin. My thumb's pointing up a little bit like that, which is going to push right into the throat area here, and I back it up with this hand. My elbows clamp like this, like a box, on each side of Sam's head. Now to make this super strong, I move my belly or my belt on the top of his head, and I have a bad posture right now. Push my hips in and lift up, and I get a quick tap there. It's a nice little sharp line across the neck. It's just if you don't have the angles for the Anaconda, the arm length, you can do the 10-finger guillotine. Not a bad little one just to throw in. Now, how do we do the Anaconda in a practical sense, just on a normal jiu-jitsu match? Now, a lot of the time we're passing guard, you can be standing, your partner's in half guard on their side. If I'm passing half guard and I drop my knee to the floor here and I don't have an underhook, I'm gone. Sam's going to come and take my back. So you can quite easily be here passing half guard, and when I just drop my knee to the floor, I just drop it on his hip. So even if he's on his side here, I'm okay. Even if he's got the underhook, I'm still okay. I base out wide with this knee, by the way. Don't keep it in short because he might be able to still come over the top. So if I base out here, I've got a good base. Now, a lot of people still think they're going to go well with the underhook. Even if they don't, that's fine, and they're playing grips here, it's still okay. But what I want to do, instead of having an underhook, I'm going to go use my choking arm. I'm going to reach over the top of Sam's head. Here. Because it's available to me. We're rolling here, it's like, boom. Now, if I want to do a guillotine, it's right there. Or if I want to do an anaconda, we have to play a little game where I put my shoulder on the mat. Keeping looking at their legs. So if you haven't done this before, it may feel a little awkward, a little strange. I've made a fist around his chin here. Now, my free hand is going to make an S grip like this underneath his arm. So I'm on my shoulder. If his hand's here and he's not defending, I'll go straight to guillotine and finish. Notice how I turn my back then. I'll go in that in the next video. If he is defending and keeping his arms in, then he's giving me head and arm, which is meaning anaconda. So my S grip fingers, I pull my hand through. I kick my leg free. If he bridges or does anything, my leg comes free. I fall. Now, make sure you're underneath their head. You can't have your partner's head on the ground, they're out. If you're under the head, you're fine. So I've landed here. If he's defending by opening his arm up or his arms up high, I can start to fight with my elbow to his elbow to get it deep, to get it where I want, which is across here, obviously, right? So we're here. If he keeps fighting and I'm trying to pull it down, then I use my leg to back it up as well, which gives me time to adjust. Don't try and be here and trying to get anaconda like this. Keep fighting open. Look, I'm gonna lose, right? So it's like fight, lock, finish. Now to get it, most people are tapping by here if you squeeze. Or you walk, and I get a nice tap there. So again, real quick, my partner here stands playing half guard. You might be even standing here, you know? We're playing, get your hands up, fighting. Here, drop, low. Now a lot of the time too, people will push, try and move. It's rare that their head's gonna be on the floor like this. Yeah, so as soon as I just look for their head to come up. And you go for it. Shoulder straight on the mat. Lock. When I go for it too, this is always a fist. I never have an open hand. I always get caught, fist. So again, if he doesn't defend, I'll throw this in. I just go, hips heavy, put my elbow to my hip, and I finish with a guillotine there. If he defends with his arm, get your hand in even, right? He's defending, I S grip my fingers here, and I fall through. Sorry, my belt's coming around your head. So here. Now, he's defending. I'm okay as long as his head's off the mat. Elbow, lock, slide, lock, finish or walk and finish. All right, so that's the anaconda and guillotine. I threw a couple of times the guillotine in there. So next week, it's just gonna be guillotine chokes. And then I'm going to try and show you ways to do combinations of those chokes. So thanks guys, I hope you like these videos and you can subscribe to YouTube on them and enjoy. Thanks.